Welcome to the Spread Zone. I'm Cheech. Week 2 is in the books. Hopefully your plays came through, you made some money. Let's do a quick recap. Alright, we talked about the Buffalo-Miami Thursday night game. Okay, so we go ahead and we can go ahead and start with the Cleveland. Cleveland went into Jacksonville. They won the game outright. Straight up. They were underdogs, 3-point underdogs. They won 18-13. Deshaun Watson played okay. A lot of people thought that Jacksonville was going to win this game because of the other allegation that Deshaun Watson just had. All right, and then we're going to go to the Giants. The Giants versus the Commanders of Washington. The Commanders were 1.5-point favorites. They won the game by 3. Did you know the Giants, man, they went into the game without a kicker? That's either disrespectful or that's dumb. I mean, how are you going to go into the game without a kicker? Imagine if Washington would have done that. They would have lost the game. Because they kicked 7 field goals. They didn't have 1 touchdown. And so far, 2 weeks into the regular season, there have been 141 field goals kicked. And the Giants went into the game without a kicker. That's 5 more than touchdowns, which is at 136. And that game was under 39. The over-under was 43. Tampa Bay won the game 20-16. Went into Detroit and won the game outright. They were 7.5-point underdogs. Detroit was favored by 7.5 points. The total score of 36. The over-under in this game was 51.5. So they were under by a lot. But Tampa Bay's looking good. I told you the Tampa Bay over 7.5 this year looking good. So far they're 2-0. Then you had the Jets. They went into Tennessee, won 24-17. They were 4-point favorites. They were favored by 4 points, and they won the game 24-17. The total score of 41 pushed, which in other words, in spread terminology, push means it's tied, so you get your money back in a tie. That was 41. 24-17 is 41 points. And then you got Seattle, the Seahawks. They went into New England. They won by 3, 23-20. They were favored by 3, so that's another push, also known as a tie. The total score there was 43. The over-under was 39.5. This was one of the lowest totals of the week, and it went over by about 4. And then you have San Francisco. They went into Minnesota and lost. They lost by 6 points, and they were favored by 4 points. The total score of 40 was under the 46.5. That was a big upset right there. San Francisco beating the Vikings. San Francisco losing to the Vikings 23-17. That was a big upset there. Then you had the Colts. They went into Green Bay and they lost 16-10. Green Bay covered the spread. They were 2.5-point underdogs, so the Colts were favored by 2.5. The total score of 26 was under the total of 41.5. Then you had the Chargers. They went in and demolished the Panthers. They held the Panthers to, 159 yards. And because of that performance, Bryce Young is benched. So Andy Dalton will be coming in to start week 3 most likely. But nonetheless, the Chargers covered. They were favored by 4.5. If you buy the half point, bring it down to 4, which most people did. The total score of 29 was under the 38.5. That was another low score in total there. And then we have Las Vegas. Las Vegas went in and they beat the Ravens. This was another big spread here. Las Vegas covered the spread because they were 8.5-point underdogs, and not only that, they won the game outright. So if you have money on the Raiders money line, that's a nice walk to the cashier's box or to the betting slip to cash in that wager, baby. So the Raiders won 26-23. Then you had New Orleans. I'm gonna say the Saints. The Saints went into Dallas and they won 44-19. They smashed the Cowboys. And they were 7-point underdogs, 6.5-point underdogs. The total score of 63 was over the total of 47. So you have the Saints, they're 2-0 now. And Dallas is, you know, Dallas. And then you had the Rams. They went in and got pounded also by the Cardinals. 41-10. So you had the Saints, they won 44-19 against the Cowboys. And then you had the Rams, they lost 41-10. Arizona were 1-point favorites. The total score of 51 was over the total of 47. Then you had the Steelers. The Steelers won 13-6. They covered the spread because they were 2.5-point favorites. Or they were favored by 2.5 points, I should say. And they won by 7. So they covered the spread. The total score of 19 was under the total of 36.5. So this actually was the lowest total on the board last week. And you had the Bengals. They covered because they were 6.5-point underdogs and they only lost by 1. So that's a win if you had the Bengals plus 6.5. The total score of 51 was under the total of 47.5. Okay. And then you had the Bears. They went into Houston and lost 19-13. The spread for this game was 6. Houston was favored by 6. They won by 6, so that's a push, aka tie. And then you had Atlanta. They went in and upset Philly. They were 5.5-point underdogs, and they won by 1. The total score of 43 was under the 46.5 total that was set by Vegas. And Kirk Cousins went in and did his thing on Monday night. Another comeback for Kirk. Last minute drive. And yeah, man, I love it because I didn't get any phone calls. Nobody called me talking about, oh, you see Kirk, it's Monday night, blah 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 blah. He can't do it. He's not elite. I don't want to hear it. Okay. I don't want to hear it. So at the end, just to recap, we had 9 underdogs that covered the spread, 5 favorites, and 2 pushes. And my locks went 2 for 3. And the underdog play of the week also hit. That was the Saints. So that was a nice call right there, E, with that one. All right. And we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. And I'll see you guys on Saturday. Saturday, we're going to go ahead and make our picks for week 3. And go from there. Make some money. Let's go. Let's make some money. The spread zone.
What's the definition of success? What it mean to you? Traveling, having money, doing what you want to do? Or is there something deeper, like helping all your people? What if you try to lead them and they bite their hand and feed them? You know you can't reach them, but you know you can't leave them. Either one is coming with a cost, and either one is cheaper. See, the moments of truth be the twist and the turn. Word the gangstar, cause it's still hard to earn. Learn from mistakes, my fate's to sit straight in a dual motor Tesla.